Just live your life. Hey. You study, worry about Facebook. Just live your life. Hey. Take a trip to Jamaica. Live your life. Hey. Hey. Live your life, man. Everything ain't glitter. Everything that glitter ain't gold. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, but it's never greener on the other side of the fence. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to name this title. Instead of this other shit I'm saying on the title, it's going to be called "The Grass is Greener on the Other Side of the Fence, but it's never greener on the other side of the fence." That's what we're going to call this, man. Now, you know, this is an inspiration from a friend who's feeling down because they might not be able to have kids and because of something that's going on, but it's deeper than just this. This video is not just directed at this person. It's not directed at this person at all. I got the inspiration to make a video because speaking with this person not too long ago on their Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Some of us might look at it like, man, I ain't got no wife, I ain't got no husband. A lot of people who have husbands and wives are not happy. The maintenance that it takes to keep one and have one happy with you and all this it's a big responsibility. It's not like fairy tale land all the time. It's not like it's all great and gravy all the time. There's responsibilities to this shit. And truth be told, a lot of people who have them right now aren't ready for them, or they wasn't ready for them. That's why they're in a position to where they're probably going to get divorced, or they're not happy. You know, they're in bad positions. They're married, yeah, they got the husband or wife, but it's not a good position because a lot of times they wasn't ready. And when I say they wasn't ready, it could be financially. It could be them not understanding what it really takes to make a relationship work. It could also be them not even understanding what type of partner to pick to make the relationship work. So therefore they picked the wrong person. Therefore they're in a situation where it's never going to work anyway. Even if they was technically good enough to the point they understood marriage enough and all this other shit, and they may have been ready, but choosing the wrong person, by default, it's not going to work. It's not going to work in the end. It's just not. A lot of people want, they see people with businesses or cars or whatever the case, and they just don't understand, like, maybe that person has a car or something, but you don't really know what they did to get it, or you don't really know how happy they really are, or you don't know the maintenance and money you got put into the car that they got. I mean, it's just a lot of shit, man. How can I explain this shit to y'all, man? Thought I was ready, but maybe I'm not. Fuck, we're gonna figure this shit out. We're gonna figure this video out. Not letting this video ride. I'm coming with some heat for this video. You might look at a lot of men like, man, look at all the girls he got, man, he lucky, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, you don't know the energy that he's wasting to uphold a lot of women. The lies he might be telling. The cost that it is to the cost of his purpose, meaning costing him his purpose to have these women. Same thing, vice versa with a female. You know, a woman might look at a very good looking woman and be like, man, she's so lucky she can have any guy she wants. But then again, she might be getting a lot of men, but they only, like 95% of them are only at her because of what she looked like and not who she is. So therefore, it makes it even harder for her to actually pick the guy who actually wants her for her. You know, yeah, she's getting a lot of men, but it makes it harder for her to really see who really likes her for her beyond her beauty. Like any guy could like her for her beauty. So is she really lucky? Or she got to deal with blowing off guys all the time. Maybe she got a boyfriend. And every day she got to deal with guys trying to talk to her every day and shit. That shit could get annoying. Even as a man, it could get annoying. Like a bunch of women trying to talk to you all the time, that could get annoying. So are they really lucky? See, the problem is everybody want to look on the other side of the fence is the problem. Instead of looking at their own fence. You can't be happy with your fence if you're constantly looking at some other shit. I don't care if you buy a new car tomorrow. If you steady worried about, man, but Floyd Mayweather got this car or that car, you're not even going to be happy with your car. You can't be happy with what you got if you're worried about what other people got and their happiness. You know? No matter what it is, you cannot be happy because you're constantly looking at what other people got going on. How can you enjoy what you got going on if you worry about what they got going on? You can't. You worry about how they move and what they doing and this and that instead of worry about what you got going on. You're also going to lose track of what you got going on by doing that shit. Worry about how much money they eating and instead of worry about you and what you got. Hard to be happy that way. A lot of people who have a lot of money can't be happy because of certain shit like this. Or every time they get something new, let's say they rich, they can have anything they want. Every time they get something, they want something more. So therefore, they can't enjoy what they got presently or currently or just bought. You know what I'm saying? They can't. Because as soon as they get that, now they need something else. As soon as they get a girlfriend, now they need another girl. As soon as they get a boyfriend, now they need another one. As soon as they get attention from this person, now they need it from that and that and that. Constantly looking instead of the attention that they get, allowing that to be good enough to keep them content. They just keep looking for more, which makes them not cherish the attention that they get. And then when they look for more, they're going to do the same shit. It's going to be a revolving door, man. You got to be happy for what you have. Okay, you don't have kids, they do. You know what I mean? And when you get your chance to have them, that's when you take advantage to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, you got to get your life together. So if you do have a kid, but a lot of people aren't going to have a kid, or let me say this, a lot of people aren't going to be able to get their life together. Put it like this, if you don't get your life together, sometimes having a kid before getting your life together can keep you from getting your life together. So in a sense of that person saying, I can't have a kid, my life's over, basically, everybody's luckier than me and all this and that. God don't move like we move. That's the problem. We think that certain things are happening or not happening and it's a punishment for us or some shit. And a lot of times it's blessings in disguise, man. You might not be ready yet. This is what I'm saying. It could be a job, it could be a kid, it could be a new car, whatever. It could be anything. Sometimes you're not ready for what you are coveting. And that's why you don't, it could be a blessing that you don't have it. Because you might fuck it up if you actually get it. Because you're not ready for it. That's why it's important to not look at what other people got going on. They might have this house or business or whatever the case. They might have this right now, you don't. But when you get your turn, because every garbage can get a steak. When you get your steak, yours might be better than theirs. And sometimes it takes you not focusing on what they got going on so you can focus on what you got going on to create that steak, basically. That's just how it is, man. And then when you do create this steak, how you going to be happy with it if you're constantly looking at other shit, other people? what they got going on. You're not. Because there's always somebody with more. So you get $1 million. Now you looking, but what's the name? Floyd Mayweather got 10 million or whatever the case. You're not gonna be happy, man. You're just not. Because you're always looking over that fence instead of the grass on your fence, on your side. You always want to look over on the other side. You know, how can you be happy that way? You can't. Trust me, man. I know what I'm talking about. Happiness it's an inside job. And a lot of it is figuring out how to be happy. And people are right there. It's like they right there. They just don't figure out little certain things that can determine whether you're actually a happy person or not. It'd be little small shit that just need to be adjusted in a person's mindset. Some people are born without legs, eyes, all kind of shit. Now imagine a person mad over, let me say, a kid or something. Mad that they don't have a kid and other people do, right? But then you gotta look at it, or maybe they don't have a job right now or some shit. It could be anything, man. Whatever it is. The point is, they mad that they don't have it, but then you look at somebody who don't have a leg or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it could always be worse. Even though it could always be better, it could always be worse too. That's why you gotta be grateful for what you have. Because you can't, it's not that people, a lot of times it's not that people aren't blessed and they don't have a lot. It's the fact that they don't appreciate what they have. That's the issue, y'all. At the end of the day, that's the issue. How do I keep getting up and going to work after all the money made and saved and all that? Because I appreciate. If I didn't have appreciation, oh man, fuck that job. I'm good. I ain't worried about it. I got money. You know, I appreciate the opportunity that I'm in. Therefore, I'm going to make it to the fullest. You see that? If I didn't appreciate it, like some people, like a guy that just finally got fired at my job, not appreciating the job. I ain't running that route. I ain't got a helper. And all this other shit. Just doing dumb shit that should have had him fired years ago. You know what I mean? But that's what happens when you don't appreciate shit. Don't appreciate what you have. So sometimes it's not just people looking over on the other side of the fence. Sometimes it's people they're not appreciating their side of the fence in general. They just simply don't. Which ultimately usually causes people to look on the other side of the fence. You know? Well, I know I make this much at my job, but other people out there making more. Man, I ain't running that route. I ain't got no helper type shit. Not appreciating what you have, like your job's nothing. You know, simply because maybe there's other people who might make $1 million salary making Floyd Mayweather Roman noodles call or some shit. I always look at it like you could have been born blind or some shit. You know, what about them people? Some people don't have their life. Some people don't have their freedom. Some people don't have their health. Meanwhile, you can have all those things and you're crying about little shit. You can always find something to cry about. Trust me. But you can also always find something to be happy about. That's why you have to switch that mentality from I'm looking at everything that ain't going right and everything I don't have to I'm looking at everything that does go right and everything I do have. Because ultimately, that's what's going to make me happy, the stuff that I do have. Unless I'm looking over there at stuff I don't have. I got all this stuff over here on the right, but I'm looking over here on the left. How the fuck am I going to enjoy all this stuff on the right? Whatever stuff it could be. Wife, car, whatever. Who cares? How you going to enjoy that stuff over there and be happy with your life and what you got over there if you're looking over here at other people's shit? And half the time the stuff you looking at, you think they happy and they not even happy at all. You know, like some people could be single looking at people in relationships, and the people in the relationships like, shit, it look like we happy, but man, I'm ready to be single. This motherfucker's getting on my last nerves. You know? You think they happy. Really, they looking at your shit like, man, he lucky or she lucky. A lot of times y'all be looking at other people's stuff thinking they doing better than you and happier than you and all that. And really, they looking at you, mad at you. They doing the same thing, basically. They looking on the other side of the fence just like you are. That's why they not happy in the first place. When you stop doing that, you start appreciating everything in life. When you stop worrying about so much of what other people got going on or what you don't have, you start to appreciate a lot more shit in life. I don't have a house right now. I could buy a house right now, but I don't covet. I feel like when it's time, when it's the perfect, just like I said about this car. He ain't never gonna get no car. Okay, and look what happened. Perfect price, all that. Perfect car, everything. Why? Because you wait on God. Thou shalt not covet. Remember? Now I understand why thou shalt not covet. Because all this stuff I've been talking about in this video. That's why thou shalt not covet. He getting all the girls, man. That looks fun. Then you fuck around and do the same thing. You have a kid by the wrong woman or a disease or some shit. And if you're a woman watching, same thing. You know? I'm telling you, man, it ain't always what you think it's cracked up to be. It's not always that. And 9 times out of 10, it's almost always not that. Oh, man, I ain't got no mom, man. Yeah, but some people got a mom and the mom don't, or dad. I ain't got a mom or dad, dog. Life is fucked up, man. But some people don't, some people have a mom and dad and they don't even feel like they got one. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't have a mom and dad, but you have a grandma. And the person with the mom and dad don't have a grandma. Like, you could go on and on about this shit back and forth all day long. You know what I mean? Oh, but I don't have that much hair as a woman. But you got a nice big ass and this girl with all that hair ain't got no ass. Like, come on, man. You can always find shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to be happy for what you do have. Period. You gotta be happy for what you do have, man. No way around this shit, man. If not, if you don't want to be happy for what you do have, right? Then expect to be unhappy. Expect to be unhappy, man. And then now you don't have happiness. When you don't have happiness, you start losing your health. A lot of shit could happen. You know, a whole lot of shit could happen. Even if you did have all the things that you cry and complain that you don't have about in life, if you don't have happiness within, you're not going to enjoy it any fucking way. So you can have the girlfriend or boyfriend, but if you're not happy within, no enjoyment. You can have the dream car. If you're not happy within, no enjoyment. Whatever you want to name, you can have it, but if you're not happy within, you're not going to enjoy it like that. This is what people be doing, man. They always looking for happiness when really they have it right there. They just don't have it because they constantly looking over the fence. A lot of times it's not that they don't fucking have happiness in their life. It's because they're looking out. Oh, but over there, what's going on over there? I know I got a kid and all that in the family, but what's over there? Oh, he get a bunch of women. That looks better. You know? Then the guy sleeping with a bunch of women looking at you like, man, I wish I had a down woman that didn't want to fuck around behind my back and shit. He lucky. Just like sometimes at work, dudes be like, you lucky you ain't got no kids. Motherfucker, you lucky you do got kids. Fuck you mean? I'm just being honest. Where is that? Must be a different car. I'm tripping. Like, have you ever thought that you lucky that you do have kids? Man, it's cold. My hands are cold, man. I don't feel like going to work, man. Fuck this job. You like motherfuckers out here right now wishing they had a job and you got one. But you crying and complaining and shit. This is what I mean, man. This is what people do, man. This is what people do. Yeah, he got a girlfriend. I don't. That don't mean that he's happier than me. And it don't mean that I would be happy if I had a girlfriend if I'm not happy now without one. Yeah, she got a boyfriend and you don't, but he probably cheating every damn thing. And here she is looking at you like, man, shit, you lucky single. I got a kid by this motherfucking shit. I feel stuck. You ain't even got a kid. What you worry about a man right now for? Like, it's so much, man. Bottom line, people. Be happy for what you got, man. Be happy for what you got. But he's 6'5", man, and I'm not. Yeah, he probably bumps his head when he goes indoors and shit. Cause I'm about 6'1.5", and that shit can get irritating sometimes. You know? I know that's not always the case. It's good to be tall. I'm not gonna cap like it's not. But I mean, there's some cons to the shit. Just saying. Or man, they got privilege, they lucky, they're a lucky race and this and that. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit that could go. There's cons and pros to that shit. Or he's a boss. He lucky than me. I'm not a boss. He is. Yeah, but look at all the responsibility he got that you might not be ready to handle. But he got all the money, dog. He got the cars and all this other shit. Yeah, but he get up and go to work out in the freezing cold every day and shit. Shit you don't want to do. You want to stay home and smoke the blunt. You got to pick. So yeah, he got all the cars and all this other shit, but you're not looking at how he got it. You just acting like God just came down and said, here, I'm going to give you this and not you. You know, sometimes we are our own worst enemy, man. All I know is this, though. Don't covet, man, because a lot of times stuff you want, you get it and you realize, damn, I didn't want that. Damn, I didn't really want that girl. Now I got a kid by her. I should have just let the girl alone when I seen the red flags. But nope, I had to keep trying to talk to her. I had to keep talking to him. I couldn't leave the dude alone. And now you pregnant by the dude. And now you don't want nothing to do with the baby type shit or something. I mean, it's so much, man. But what if you didn't covet like that? Like, this dude acting funny. I see these red flags. You know what? I'm just going to leave him alone. Versus, I got to keep trying to talk to him and sleeping with him and all that, then get pregnant by the guy type shit. There was an example of this job that I wanted. It was like a milk job, Ryder Dairy. And I was qualified too. But I always pray, like, if it's not meant to be, God, don't let me get it. Right? At the time, they was paying more than my job, a lot more. Right? So, you know, I want that job. Like, man, that's a better job. It's easier. They pay more, this and that. I tried to get that job 3 times, at least. 3 separate times. Every time they start hiring again, and I never got it. And now that I look at how my job pays versus that, it's a good thing that it didn't happen. Good thing I prayed that prayer. God, don't let me get this job if it's not better. Because I didn't know, you know? I'm just looking on the outside like it looks better over there. You know what I mean? Better than what I have. But nah, it's not. It's a very good thing that didn't happen. Very good thing. And you can take that example and you can apply that to all type of shit. Oh, she's bad, dog. I gotta have her. And then you might get that girl and it might be the worst thing that ever happened. Or it could be a guy, if you're a woman watching. Be the worst thing that ever happened. Like, man, why did I want that? I thought that's what I wanted. That's why we gotta listen to God sometimes. Like, you gotta give God some type of authority in your life. You can't have it all, man. Because if you don't, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be good for you. I gave y'all another example of the car. You know how many times I've been talking about a CT6 over the years? I could have had it all that time. But I knew if I waited on God, it would be perfect, and it would be the perfect price and everything. So I waited on God, and then the car only had like 20-something thousand on it. So that's basically an $80,000 car, right? We can say 70 since it had 20,000 on it. But the car was brand fucking new, right? For 50. That's like 30 off. And it's the exact car that I wanted. But all them other ones, if I would have bid on one of them, they wasn't like this. Some of them almost cost the same amount as this, but had way more miles. Apply that shit to any fucking thing in life. I want a house right now. I'm going to go back to that same shit. I can literally, right now, tomorrow, wake up and buy a house. Literally, like cash money, buy a house. But I feel like when the time is perfect, God will put it right there. It'll be right there where you can't not get it. Like, I can't pass on that. Because God knows what you looking for, what you like, and all this other stuff. He know what you going to bite on and what you don't. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a wife. If it's meant for me to have a wife, it's going to happen. I don't got to be like, I want a wife now. Nah, maybe I should worry about becoming the right guy just in case she does happen to show up one day or whatever. Which probably will happen, but the point is this. I need to be ready for that instead of worrying about coveting over the damn wife. Then, like I said earlier about people who got relationships, a lot of times they wasn't ready. They was just wanting them. And now their relationships aren't happy because they didn't pick the right person, or they wasn't ready. And then the relationship got fucked up somehow. You can apply that to a business, any type of thing that you're trying to do in your life. Or maybe they was ready for the relationship, but maybe they still coveting single people's lives or other people's girlfriends or boyfriends thinking that they're better. So they not happy with what they got. How the fuck I'm gonna be happy with the girl I got if I'm constantly looking at other girls trying to get, it don't make sense, man. This is the problem with the dating market, matter of fact. I'm always gonna covet somebody else. How the fuck you gonna be happy with this one? You can't. How? They could be the perfect motherfucker too, but your ass still looking over that damn fence. So you wonder why they not good enough, or why they don't compare to this, the ex or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Thou shalt not covet. Oh, she don't like me, fine. Instead of, well, I'm gonna try to keep trying, and then maybe she said, you know what, I think I could just use this motherfucker. Fuck it. Fuck it, he won't leave me alone. He probably sent for me. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. Or as a man, I just, I ain't gonna. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the girl then, I guess. She won't leave me alone. Fuck it. Or you got a lot of men, that's why they keep cheating on their girlfriend. The girl won't stop coveting the motherfucker. The Most High already showed you he's a cheater. He's a liar. But you want to keep coveting. Thou shalt not covet. You should have been left that motherfucker. Now what? You get pregnant? All this other crazy ass shit. He's destroying you more and more. Making it harder for you to actually move on and like somebody else when you could have just simply walked the fuck away. Because you have happiness within. But if you don't have that, well, you're going to keep coveting. Because you think that's what makes you happy. You think other people's what make you happy. More than yourself. Instead of, you know what? I know I'm going to have to be single because this motherfucker just cheated on me. You know what I mean? I already know I'm going to have to be single and they probably going to be with somebody, this and that. It is what it fucking is. That don't mean they're happy, or that don't mean the road they about to take is better than mine. But I know one thing, they cheated, so I got to leave them alone, right? I got to move on. I got to see what God got in store for me. Obviously, God showed me this for a reason, so now I got to see what God got in store for me. Everybody wants to say, I love God, I'm faithful. I got faith in God, but as soon as some stuff start to pop off, when it get hot, You know, when the shit hit the fan, nah, I want to run back to the devil's lie, man. I don't like that shit over there. I don't like what God showed me, so I'm just going to cover my eyes, basically, and run right back to the devil's lie. That's what people do. I'm just telling you. I've done it. Everybody do it. We don't want to accept the truth. Because we think the truth hurts more than the lie. But really, the lie hurts worse. You know? The lie hurts worse than the truth. But we think running back to the lie comforts us and stops the pain. But really, it don't. It's just masking it. You're better off just facing the truth. You know, the truth sets you free. Remember that. The truth sets you free. Move along with it. It is what it is. Not answering that damn phone. But hey, y'all, man, I guess I'm going to get in here and take a shower. I mean, it is like 11 o'clock at night. My ass should have been in here. But yeah, man, if you want to be happy, focus on what you got, man. That's all I can tell y'all, man. You know, I'm not worried about what ain't. I ain't worried about it. Oh, I don't have her attention? Fine. I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just using a woman and man as an example because that seems to be motherfucker's kryptonite. That seems to be the main thing that a motherfucker can't get over. Okay, I don't have this person. Who cares? I don't got a boyfriend. Fine. Who cares? This is what y'all got to look like. Y'all got to think in this type of manner instead of, well, she's happier than me because she got a man. And really, he just cheating and lying and everything else. How the fuck she happier? If that woman ain't happy within herself before that man, it's all cap. It's all cap, man. And she's depending on the supply of that guy to make her happy. That is a problem. Because what if he ends up leaving or cheating or some shit? Now you're going to be on suicide mode, like, type shit. Yeah, a woman could be a source of my happiness, but she's not the source of my happiness. Could be a part of my happiness, should I say. Can't let that happen. I have to be the source of my happiness. And even if it's the right woman, you can't push all that on, well, it's your job to make me happy type shit. She can't make me happy if I don't make myself happy. And all it's going to do is if I make myself happy first, instead of depending on people, it's going to make her life with me even easier. It's going to be less of a burden for her to please her boyfriend. And you can apply that shit vice versa. If you're the type that just going to expect the man to just be the one that has to make you happy or you're not happy and all this other shit, it's going to be a serious problem. It's not going to work. And a lot of times the reason why this shit happens is because people are always looking for something else instead of what they already have. Like, you have enough, but you still think you need more. And I will say this. You could have all kind of shit in the world. And if you want more, that's fine. But you should appreciate what you got. Or you're not going to appreciate the other shit you get. It's not going to happen. If I don't appreciate this car right here, it doesn't matter if I go get a Rolls Royce. I'm not going to appreciate it because I don't appreciate the car I got now. But if I do, it's a whole different story. You can apply this shit to anything in life. We're not just talking about car. It's just a metaphoric example. You know what I'm saying? So y'all learn how to be happy, man. I know it's not easy all the time. You know, but you just got to remember, like, you could not have arms. For real. Or legs or some shit. There's people looking at you like, I wish I had some legs. What you crying about? You got legs to go to work and everything. You still complaining? It don't make sense, man. Life too short. It's another thing. That's another thing, people. Life too short to be crying about shit that didn't go your way and this and that. I don't give a fuck if I don't got no wife or not. That ain't going to stop me from being happy. You know what I mean? Or whatever. I'm just using that as an example personally. Like, yeah, you could see it. Like, oh, he got a wife, man. Damn, man. He love blah, blah, blah. But a lot of times, they probably not even happy. So why you worried about what other motherfuckers got going on? They probably looking at your ass like you the lucky motherfucker. You know? I'm just being honest with y'all, man. I worry about shit that I have in my life. I worry about being happy with a woman when I have a woman. You know, not being sad because I don't have one, and then all of a sudden she's gonna make me happy when she shows up or some shit. Come on, man, it's not gonna work like that. It's just simply not gonna work like that. And I'm not gonna let motherfuckers take my happiness either. Oh, you rejected me? Okay, that's fine. Oh, you wanna leave me? That's fine. Whatever. It don't matter what it is, dog. In life, you just gotta be ready to face whatever. You know what I mean? Because you got yourself and God at the end of the day, and that's all you really need. All you really need is God and yourself. All the other shit is just extras. When we talk about the recipe of happiness in life, it all starts with you and God. Everything else is extra. You want to go on vacation, that's extra, and all this other. You got that happiness within, then everything else becomes that much more beautiful. But you can't find that happiness within looking at other motherfuckers. Worry about other shit going on. You know? When I see somebody with a cut off leg and shit, that doesn't make me happy they have a cut off leg, but it makes me happy that I got a fucking leg that's not, both legs that are not cut off. It's little shit like this. You know what I mean? It's little shit like this. Like, damn, dude, I ain't even got a ride. I remember when I ain't have a ride. You know what I mean? I appreciate my ride. Damn, I got a girl now. I remember when I ain't had one. I appreciate my girl. Like, shit like this. Motherfuckers ain't doing that, though. When they get shit, they forget all about it. They stop appreciating. They start looking at other people's shit. But my next door neighbor's girl's ass looks a little bit better, dog. Just dumb shit, man. Yeah, she might have a little bit better ass. She might even look a little bit better than your girl. But she treats him like shit behind the closed doors. Or you could flip it if you're a woman watching. He might look better than your dude, but your dude probably got more he's more blessed down there. The other guy probably ain't got shit. Who knows, man? You don't know. That's the problem. Motherfuckers looking at shit, always looking at other shit instead of being happy with them fucking selves, man. I'm telling y'all, man, stop doing that shit. We all guilty of it. I ain't saying I'm not. I gotta remind myself sometimes. It ain't like I just got it and it's set for life. Like, nah. When it comes to shit in life, you always gotta keep coaching yourself and reminding yourself. You know, like it's like a prep or some shit. Like you always gotta keep an eye on it. Like you the shit cooking in the oven, but you gotta keep an eye on it. Make sure everything going right. Like raising a kid or something, you gotta keep your eye on it. Can't be like, well, you 18 now, bye, it's all over, I'm good. Can't do that shit, man. Oh, we married now, I ain't gotta worry about my marriage no more. Nah, motherfucker, you still gotta worry about your marriage. You still gotta watch that shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I got my job now, I'm good. I can't get fired. That's what that one dude was doing. Thought he couldn't get fired, man. I ain't running that route, I ain't got a helper. Just leaving routes. Like, who does that? You lucky they didn't let you slide as much as they did. But that comes from not appreciating what you got. For whatever reason. Unappreciation could stem off of a whole bunch of different shit. But it's usually off of looking at other people's shit and making you feel like what you got ain't worth it or good enough and whatever, man. You know what? I'm about to go in here. I'm done talking. Y'all have a good night. All right. Peace.